Hey everyone, I'm coming to you from my apartment instead of on a hike because I am dealing with a pretty bad injury. The last video I released a couple weeks ago was a hike in mid-August to Hickory Branch Falls and Lead Mine Gap. 2 weeks after that, during a soccer game, I was sprinting and I felt a loud crack in my lower leg, and I partially tore my Achilles tendon. So that was the first week of September, and today is October 16th. So I've been wearing this big boot and been on crutches for the last month and a half. I still have about 4 weeks to go in this boot, so not too much longer, but after that I will have at least a month or two of physical therapy. The doctor says I'm healing well, but I likely won't be able to hike until mid-December or mid-January, somewhere around that time period. So that means I'm going to miss the entire fall season when the air is getting cooler, it's getting nicer outside, all the leaves are changing, so that's pretty unfortunate. It's also ironic because the end of my video of Hickory Branch Falls, I said I really hated the hike, and I was hoping my next hike would be filled with views and plentiful. I didn't know that my next hike would be probably 5 months after that. So that's a very unfortunate coincidence that it will be a while before I get to hike again, and my last hike kind of sucked. Oh well. Look on the bright side is that since it was only a partial tear, I didn't have to get surgery, which is the best outcome if you have an injury to your Achilles. So in the meantime, I figured I would try to bring you a few videos of some gear reviews. I've never done a gear review video. I've done a few posts on my blog. One of the reasons is I don't really like writing them. I'm not a huge fan of gear reviews in general. Not because there aren't a bunch of great people who do gear reviews, but I think there's a ton more people who do it as clickbait. A lot of gear reviews I see on the internet, a lot of them are unboxing type gear reviews where they just receive a new piece of gear or clothing and they just describe what it is to you, which is the most useless thing to me. Another type of gear review that's very common is people will assess some sort of gear after 1 or 2 hikes, which is also pretty useless to me. I like to buy gear. Most hiking gear is expensive, and I like things that last and that hold up and work well. So the only 4 gear reviews I have on my website currently are all pieces of clothing or technical gear that I've used for years and I really like. That's what's most useful to me. I want something that doesn't work well after 1 hike. I want something that works well after 100 hikes. So in the meantime, I'll try to do some reviews of my favorite shoes, clothing, backpack, trekking poles, stuff like that that you'll see me wearing in every video previously. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, you won't see any new hikes from me probably in the next 3 months. But I'm doing all right. At least I didn't break my leg. So, happy hiking. I hope everyone else enjoys the fall. I know I'm missing out. So, see you guys with my next gear review, or my first.